Have you ever felt like there's an entirely invisible world hiding right next to you, like literally right next to you, but you just can't touch it? Well, today, we are diving into the ultimate cosmic mystery, the fourth dimension.
Think about this for a second. What if you could untie a knot without ever touching the ends? Or even crazier, what if you could look right inside a locked steel safe? It sounds completely like magic, right? But mathematically, it is absolutely possible.
So, building the fourth dimension, let's break down how this actually works.
Okay, imagine dragging a flat 1D line to make a 2D square. Then, pull that square straight up to make a 3D cube. We know that, right? Now, take that entire cube and drag it into a completely new, invisible direction. Boom! You've just created a 4D tesseract.
If that hurts your brain, think of a 2D stick figure drawn on a flat piece of paper. It literally cannot comprehend 3D depth. It's mathematically blind to it. Well, it turns out our 3D brains are physically blind to the 4D space that surrounds us in the exact same way.
Which brings us to seeing the unseeable space.
Here is a wild fact. You don't actually see in 3D. Yeah, seriously. Our retinas only capture flat 2D projections. Our brains are just constantly guessing the depth based on shadows and lighting. We are always one step behind the dimension we live in.
But a true 4D being? Oh man, they could look at a regular wooden box and simultaneously see the outside, the dark hollow inside, and literally every single microscopic wood fiber all at the exact same time.
Unfolding the Tesseract. Let's try to picture this thing. So a tesseract is basically the 4D cousin of a normal cube, but it exists along an invisible axis, mathematicians call it the W-axis, that our physical world simply has no room to point to. Since we can't actually build one, mathematicians draw it by projecting a shadow of it down into our 3D world. It ends up looking kinda like a smaller cube floating magically inside a larger one, connected by these weird, distorted prisms.
Or, get this, you can unfold it. Just like you'd cut and flatten a cardboard box onto the floor, an unfolded tesseract spills out into our world as a bizarre, giant cross made of 8 solid cubes.
This shape is so profoundly mind-bending that the famous artist Salvatore Dali actually painted it. He used it as a metaphor to represent the unimaginable, totally inaccessible nature of the divine, because it's literally beyond our reality.
Bending rules of reality. This is where things get really fun.
In a 4D universe, our normal physical rules just completely fall apart. Solid steel rings could effortlessly slide right through each other. Knots would just instantly melt away. You could even take a left-handed winter glove and flip it through the fourth dimension so it perfectly fits your right hand.
And remember that locked safe? By shifting an object into that ghostly invisible Y-axis, you could literally reach straight past thick steel walls and grab the cash inside without ever touching the door. You just bypass our 3D space entirely.
So where is the fourth dimension? If all this is possible, where is it hiding?
Real quick, before you ask, no, time is not the fourth spatial dimension. Time is temporal. What we are looking for here is an actual physical direction in space. One huge theory is that it's just curled up everywhere around us into microscopic loops. They might be so unimaginably tiny, down at the quantum level, that we just can't perceive them at all. Or here's a wild alternative. Maybe our entire massive 3D universe is just a flat, paper-thin slice, completely suspended and floating inside an infinitely large, higher-dimensional void. We're just trapped on the slice. And here's the ultimate thought experiment. Just like a flat map can wrap all the way around a 3D globe, the overall structure of our entire 3D universe might actually be curving back on itself through the fourth dimension.
Which means, if you hopped in a spaceship and flew in a perfectly straight line forever, the invisible geometry of the fourth dimension might just secretly guide you right back to the exact spot you started. How crazy is that? Keep wondering, everyone.